And we have some exciting things happening in studio this morning.
Yes, we do. I can't wait for the smells.
That's right. Chef Gruber from the Shore Lodge is here. He's talking Mother and Father Day recipes. So if you don't have something special, oh, there he is.
There he is. Smile. You're on camera.
Yep, he's going to tell you what you need to do to woo that special someone in your life.
That special someone as in Mom. There's no one more special.
Did you hear that?
She's probably watching this morning on the internet, too.
Oh, yeah, your mom. You can do this for her and your wife on Sunday.
No, she's not here. She left last Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, Tiffany, you're going to get some good cooking coming from this guy right here. And if you don't, Chef Gruber, he's taking action. My wife is simple. She likes steak, so. Well, he has a steak that's coming up, so you'll want to watch. And we have to mention this right now. Chef Eric Gruber is here from the Shore Lodge, and he's started cooking already. He's going to share a recipe with us in our next half hour, and it smells so good in here.
There he is.
My goodness. It's fantastic, but my goodness, if you could smell.
I think Trina keeps booking Eric on the show just to get some free grub. I'm just saying.
And he's cooking steak, and then another dish that I cannot pronounce. They're all Mother's and Father's Day dishes.
Let's not give it away. Oh, he gave it away. That's okay.
But again, that's coming up in our next half hour, so you'll want to stay with us. And coming up right after the break, guess what?
I know. I can smell it.
Chef Eric Gruber is in studio. He's from the Shore Lodge, and he's taking some of that knowledge from the Shore Lodge.
He's bringing it here to the morning show. He's going to give you some ideas for Mom and Dad's days.
Woo.
Yeah, Adam, that's for sure. We've definitely been waiting for it. We've been spelling it here for the last hour. So we're joined by Eric Gruber from the Shore Lodge Inn in McCall, Idaho, and he's going to share some ideas for us for Mom and Dad's Day that are coming up.
So this is a great, simple Mother's Day brunch recipe. We're going to do a Monte-Cristo-style Croque Madame. So this is the original fast food in France, and that's where McDonald's came from. So we have a homemade brioche bread. We've got some fontina cheese. We've got some beautiful Black Forest ham. And everybody knows how to make a sandwich.
Double cheese.
Everybody.
So we'll start with this. We go into a French toast batter, so eggs, milk, a little cinnamon, a little powdered sugar.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. And since it's French, we do a little butter in your pan.
And obviously not everyone's going to have the homemade bread, especially if it's husbands making this for their wives.
True.
So, you know, what kind of bread would you recommend if you don't have the homemade bread?
A nice sourdough. You want a nice rich bread.
Okay.
So sourdough is great. You can just buy a loaf and then cut it. And then basically the same way you'd make French toast. And it's going to be about 5 minutes aside.
And that is something I would not think to do. Dunk the whole sandwich into
your French toast
egg
batter.
mixture.
So we're going to do a little salt and pepper on there.
See, and I'm loving that you have cinnamon in the batter, and then you still add the salt and pepper.
Right, we're going to mix savory with sweet just because it's exciting and we like it. So this is going to be about 3 or 4 minutes aside. So while that's cooking, we're basically just going to do an over-easy egg. So a little oil in our pan.
This is multitasking at its best.
Absolutely.
Like moms, right, ladies?
Mom's worth multitasking, I believe.
And are you guys doing anything special this Mother's Day up at the Shore Lodge?
We do a Mother's Day brunch from 7 to 2 o'clock. This is actually one of our menu items. Homemade sticky buns, homemade bread, smoothies, homemade granola. We do huckleberry pancakes. We actually make crumpets for our Eggs Benedict. It's a lot of fun. It's a great event.
Yeah.
Also a lot for reservations.
I just tried crumpets for the first time on Friday at my royal wedding watch party, and they're fantastic. I'll tell you what. So crumpets it is.
Basically English muffins on steroids.
That's right.
So now, if I were making this, I would be tempted to put a cover over that because I would be thinking there was raw eggs in there, and now
we're gonna fully cook it. It's gonna go for a couple minutes. If you can always throw it in the oven for a few minutes.
You can do that as well.
Yeah,
okay.
Leave an oven at 350 degrees, pop it in there to finish up. So this is going to cook. We're going to attempt to flip eggs, which, if people don't know, is probably the hardest thing on earth to do. Out of everything we do in the kitchen, flipping eggs is the hardest.
And you don't even need a spatula.
Look at that. It's a special pan. There's got to be
It is Teflon, so.
It's all in the wrist. It's all in the wrist.
So we made one up ahead of time. So for Mom, she's always worth extra garnish.
Look at that.
So we have a little homemade huckleberry jam. So we have people that pick fresh huckleberries in McCall for us.
I feel like I'm watching Chopped or something.
And your sandwich would go right on there when it's ready to go.
Very nice.
And then we take our over easy egg.
Now, I don't want to, call anyone out right now or anything, but I'm pretty sure I'm the only mom, in the room. So does that mean I get first dibs, huh?
But that's basically your Monte-Cristo-style Croque Madame, huckleberry jam, and a little powdered sugar. It's that easy.
Okay, and log on to our Facebook page. That's facebook.com. You'll search for KBOI 2, and then we actually each have individual fan pages, so you'll search Trina Cobbley, KBOI, or Brian Morrin, and we'll have this recipe as well as the recipe we're doing in our next hour on our fan pages there on KBOI 2 on Facebook. And coming up next hour, we're talking steak. We're
talking Father's Day and the perfect steak.
Ooh, so
I can't get over this. I mean, it actually smells as good as that looks. It is fantastic.
And it was as easy as that. I mean, it's very simple.
And during the break, we're going to have a bite, and I'll tell you how it is on the flip side. We'll be right back. And before we say goodbye, do we have one more look at weather? No, that was it. We just had our look at weather. So.
But we have a look at this wonderful Mother's Day recipe sandwich.
And if
What's
you
it
notice,
called again?
It is a
Croque Madame.
Croque Madame, and I'll tell you what, it is fantastic. Brian hasn't taken a taste yet.
Well, I don't dare because I don't have any napkins.
He has what they call manners. Me, on the other hand, my goodness, I smelled and I couldn't stop. I've already had a couple of bites.
Partially mutilated.
Whew, it is even better than it smells, if that is even possible. So again, if you would like the recipe, all you have to do is go to our Facebook page. That's Facebook, search KBOI 2. We each have a fan page there, Brian Morrin, KBOI, and Trina Cobbley. And we will have the recipe there along with an up-close and personal look at the sandwich. And again, you'll definitely want to make this for Mom's Day. Moms, you'll want someone to make this for you for Mom's Day.
Yeah, that's right. If you're joining us late, of course, we have Chef Eric
He's the
Gruber.
sheriff and the chef.
He's the sheriff of the kitchen. We gave him a new title here this morning from the Shore Lodge Inn, of course, from McCall. And he's given us some ideas for Mother's and Father's Day, and this is a breakfast idea. Now, what this is, 2 slices of homemade sourdough with Black Forest ham, 2 slices of cheese. You dunk the whole thing into an egg mixture, the sort of thing you'd put on French toast.
And that has cinnamon in it and milk, and then they also put on salt and pepper after you've dunked it.
He's
so
probably
you get a little
saying,
bit of
stop,
sweet
you're
and
mutilating
salty.
my recipe.
Oh, it's kind of like, mothers themselves. They have a little bit of sweet, a little bit of not so sweet.
A little bit of what, Trina? What are you going to share with us this morning?
My son knows it. No, I'm just kidding. Not my mom. She's all sweet.
And, of course, it's topped with an egg over easy, and it's absolutely fantastic looking. Oh, I forgot. And he sets it on a bed of jam.
That's right. He does a homemade, is it boysenberry jam? Huckleberry jam. And it adds just that extra little So you'll definitely want to try this. And then coming up in our next hour, we're talking Dad's Day, where they have, he'll be making steak, the perfect steak for Dad, and that's over on KYUU. That's digital channel 2.2 or cable channel 21. It's a great day this morning because the fine dining from the Shore Lodge has somehow made its way to the KBOI 2 studio. This is Chef Eric Gruber from the Shore Lodge, and we're talking Dad's Day.
We're talking steak.
We're talking steak. And Moms, I know you like steak too, and that's okay. So this morning, what are we going to make? We're
going to make a New York steak. This is the perfect steak, and it's very, very simple. So when you're cooking steak, it doesn't matter what you do, you have to buy a good quality steak. So Boise Co-op sells great beef, Idaho beef, natural beef. That's what we have here. So this is a all Idaho beef, and it's all natural, so no hormones, which is what we serve at the Shore Lodge. So real simple, salt and pepper, and it's a lot heavier on salt and pepper than you think. But you do want to get some a nice little crust on there. It adds a lot of flavor to it. And you can do this in the middle of winter when you can't get up to your barbecue. You can just do it in a pan. So we salt and pepper into a medium-high heat. And always salt and pepper both sides because you eat both sides of the steak.
Now you said this was a New York steak. Is that in the preparation?
This
or
is a New York cut. So it's a New York strip loin.
Okay.
And this is about a 12-ounce cut. And you're looking at about a 10, 12-minute cook time. So what you're going to do is in the pan, and then while that's working, you're going to go to your bar and you're going to pour yourself a glass of wine and you're going to hang out with your family, and it's going on the side. So Oven at 350 degrees. You're going to go about 2 or 3 minutes on a side, and then you flip your steak, and then you pop that straight in the oven.
Just
so
2 or 3 minutes
as long as you have a good quality pan. 2 or 3 minutes, salt and pepper, and then into the oven.
And what's the purpose of grilling first? Or
you're going to sear it. You're going to caramelize sugar. So all your proteins have sugar in it. So by cooking that sugar and caramelizing it, you're adding flavor to your steak.
Okay.
As opposed to just boiling a steak, which doesn't have any flavor, but it's cooked. So that's what that does. All your proteins have natural sugars in them, and that's the point of that. Into the oven for about 10 minutes for medium rare, which is about 110 degrees in the center. They sell those little thermometers in the store. You can take a temp, and that's the easiest way to do it. So 140 would be well done. About 110 degrees is a medium rare. So let's pretend this is in the oven.
And that's nice and thick, so that's going to be difficult to overcook.
Absolutely, absolutely. So then we're going to make a quick sauce. When your steak comes out of the oven, you want to let it rest for about 7 minutes or so. So if it's really hot, it gets tough, so you want to let it rest. It'll still be warm, but it kind of just mellows out.
That's what happens to dads. You need to give them time.
Absolutely.
That's right after dinner.
We're going to add a little brandy to our pan.
Woo! Am I the only one that gets excited with fire?
This is our secret sauce. This is a little veal demi-glace. Hard to make at home, but you can buy it. So brandy, some shallots, and just basically bringing that to a boil. And you're doing this while you're drinking your wine and while your steak is resting. And since we love all things French, we're going to finish it with a little butter.
You know I'm French, Chef Gruber.
Are you? I am too. It's Chef Gruber is the last name. Little salt and pepper. Okay, so we have our rested steak. And since Mom got a nice presentation on her,
that's right,
on her brunch, we're going to do the same for Dad. Too.
Now the question is being a chef, and it's going to be Dad's Day, do you let your wife cook for you on Dad's Day?
My wife is actually a phenomenal cook.
Oh.
So I get lucky, and she makes absolutely amazing food for me, so I get a little spoiled. So I hopefully will come home to a great meal, and if she's mad at me, I'll come home to leftover pizza. So we'll put our sauce on the bottom. And then you can serve this with really any side you wanted. You could add caramelized onions to it. And we're going to present our nicely sliced New York strip loin. Served medium rare.
Oh my goodness.
We'll move that. And move that. And that's as simple as it is. It's about a 15-minute from start to finish. So you can probably drink a bottle of wine in about 15 minutes.
And we were talking about if you want these recipes, and the other recipe was, and I'm not going to say it right, so.
Croque Madame.
The Croque Madame, which was absolutely phenomenal. All you have to do is go to our Facebook page. That's the KBOI 2 on Facebook. We each have a fan page there, Brian Morrin and Trina Cobbley, and the recipes will be there. And I'm not kidding, you will want to make these. And as far as, we've made other recipes here in the past, as far as we had the blue cheese, rosemary potatoes.
Correct.
I mean, we need to get them all together, and then you can have the whole meal on Father's Day and Mother's Day. So there you go.
You can just head down and see.
You could also come up to McCall and eat, but this is a little more fun.
And let's mention again that on Mother's Day, that's this Sunday, the Shore Lodge, they are going to be doing a couple of things for moms. They're going to have the Croque Madame as well as several other dishes.
Huckleberry pancakes. We do homemade crumpets for our Eggs Benedict, smoothies, homemade granola. I mean, it's a pretty phenomenal brunch.
And Dad's Day?
Dad's Day, we're going to do the same thing. It'll be a different menu, but we'll have a huge spread for him.
And it's, I mean, I can attest to the fact that it is always great when Chef Gruber comes on our show, so I can only imagine what you get when you actually go down to his restaurant.
It smells fantastic. We got people working behind the scenes here who are lining up, calling dibs on this food. So it's a good thing we're close.
And it's Dad's Day, so I don't even get first dibs on this one. I did get the first bite of the Croque Madame. But
we'll share.
So again, for those recipes, head to our Facebook page, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And we will be right back.